Aloha! This is lesson 36 from A Course in Miracles with Hope Johnson. My holiness envelops everything I see. Today's idea extends the idea for yesterday from the perceiver to the perceived. You are holy because your mind is part of God's. And because you are holy, your sight must be holy as well. Sinless means without sin. You cannot be without sin a little. You are sinless or not. If your mind is part of God's, you must be sinless. Or a part of His mind would be sinful. Your sight is related to His holiness, not to your ego, and therefore not to your body. 4 3 to 5 minute practice periods are required for today. Try to distribute them fairly evenly and make the shorter applications frequently to protect your protection throughout the day. The longer practice periods should take this form. First, close your eyes and repeat the idea for today several times, slowly. Then open your eyes and look quite slowly about you, applying the idea specifically to whatever you note in your casual survey. Say, for example, my holiness envelops that rug. My holiness envelops that wall. My holiness envelops these fingers. My holiness envelops that chair. My holiness envelops that body. My holiness envelops this pen. Several times during these practice periods, close your eyes and repeat the idea to yourself. Then open your eyes and continue as before. For the shorter exercise periods, close your eyes and repeat the idea. Look about you as you repeat it again, and conclude with one more repetition with your eyes closed. All applications should, of course, be made quite slowly, as effortlessly and unhurriedly as possible. My holiness envelops everything I see. So I love this, the very first sentence. Today's idea extends the idea for yesterday from the perceiver to the perceived. So yesterday we were on the perceiver. We were talking about the perceiver. We were on my mind is part of God. I am very holy. So we were training the mind to see that the mind is holy. So the mind can choose to listen to only loving thoughts. And that affects the perceiver, right? So now we're talking about the perceived. Now we're going straight to the perceived. What's perceived? Everything I see is actually everything I perceive. You're using the term everything I see, but it's actually everything I perceive because you believe you actually see that right now. You don't see when you're perceiving actually, but you believe right now that you see. So you're using it like this. Everything I see. My holiness envelops everything I see. So you're learning, or your mind is learning. You can say your ego is learning because you got nothing to learn. You're learning that, and let's say it like this: the ego is learning that you are this holiness, and so it can take a break, it can back off, and you're learning that you don't need to listen to the ego. It's kind of like going in two ways. You don't need to listen to the ego. So the ego is telling you what these things are all day long, constantly interpreting, as a perceiver is interpreting with the ego. And this is showing you that everything in your perception is holy because you're holy. And anything that even your perception lands upon, whatever you've made of it, doesn't matter. It's just holy because that's who you are. And what does that mean, holy? Well, I believe it describes it right here. Sinless. completely without sin. So because you're sinless, everything in the field that you get a perception of must be without sin as well.
So the part that sticks out to me is when you're using the application to protect your protection. So what would you say our protection is?
Your protection is love. Your protection is awareness of this sinlessness. So you're going, my holiness envelops everything I see. That's not allowing the perceiver to receive interpretations from the ego, because you're looking at it from a point of view that's a holy point of view, let's say. So that is your protection in a perceived world. So there's another quote. I believe it's from The Way of Mastery, and it says, "Rest in love, and protect your rest by loving."
Mm-hmm.
See?
So you're not perceiving the separate thoughts of the ego.
Yeah, you're not. Well, you may perceive them, but you wouldn't keep them. You wouldn't listen to them over time, right? That's what keeping them is saying.
Wouldn't believe them, wouldn't follow them.
Right.
The
Well,
patterns.
you decide if those thoughts are helpful. And based on how insane your perspective is, you're going to accept ego thoughts as helpful. That's why this is training you to see that there's only holiness here because you are holy.
Beautiful.
Yay. We love you. Ahui ho.